harder than I expected. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you through a day in the life when I do a double threshold, which will include what I eat, how I structure my training sessions, the science behind the training sessions, and things I'm currently working on at the minute as I work towards my goal of becoming an elite runner. So let's get into it. So today was the double threshold day. The point of a double threshold day is basically you can get more volume of intensity without taxing the body too much. Today I did 39 kilometers of volume, but spaced out over 2 sessions. I'd say between 25 and 30 kilometers of those were at threshold. Now obviously if I was to do that all in one go, like it would almost be like a race and I'd be completely taxed and probably not able to like function, but I can. I spaced out over 2 sessions and had a break of food in between fueling and things like that. So today my sessions were 8 times 2k in the morning, and then my second session was 15 400s. That's lactate threshold 1 in the morning, which is marathon pace, and lactate threshold 2, which is half marathon pace in the afternoon. Or because they were 400s, they would be slightly quicker, so more towards like my 10 kilometer pace. The morning session, because the efforts are longer, so I'm doing 2 kilometer efforts. This is to build aerobic capacity, improve fat oxidation, and boost mitochondrial adaptation with minimal amount of fatigue. Conversely, the shorter efforts in the afternoon is to develop fast twitch muscle efficiency, improve like sustainability and efficiency at the higher level efforts, and increase the ability of your body to be able to clear lactate from its system. So this morning, my 8 by 2Ks, which I actually ended up doing an extra one, I did 9 because I just felt really good. It was a 2K warm up and then straight into the efforts, and in between each I had a 500 meter float, which was like literally just like an easy jog because I find it really difficult to just stop and be static. I'd rather be on the go moving because it just makes it so much easier for me to just set off for my next one. They were started off at 4:48 and I went down to a 4:40 and I felt really strong. Like I probably could have done a 10th one, but I did find I was starting to fatigue a wee bit on the last one, so that's how I knew. I was like, okay, you need to stop now. I have one more interval left. Feeling really good. I think it's because I was really dialed on my nutrition this week. Truly fueling. Thing is, when you're an athlete, like more is always better. More food, more carbs, always better. Then in the afternoon, I was really like worried going into this because I was like, I don't know how I'll feel, especially because when I was starting my first session in the morning, I was like really sluggish. But that's just the funny thing with running, like you could feel really shit going into it, but be really strong in the workout, which is why you should always just give it a chance. Don't get in your head about it. So I went into the second session, just got my head down, 2k warm up, straight into the 400s. Session number 2. We've got 15 400s. Feel good? Legs feel fresh. I fueled. Really short session. Do it or don't. The time will pass anyway. How much do you want it? And I want it. I started at 4:30 and I got down to 4:15, which I was really pleased about. I felt I could hold the 4:15s really comfortably. For me, the shorter efforts, I take a little bit longer to warm up, but I still only did 15 just because I did an extra 2k in the morning session. Now the challenge is to get as many calories in as possible between session 1 and session 2. Fueling wise, I will always make sure that I don't do any of these intense runs fasted because my body will be using glucose for energy. The fat oxidation side of it, I know there's some research around, oh, you should become a fat adapted athlete, but my body will always use carbohydrates as its main energy source. I don't really want it to be tapping into the fats. Number one, because I don't really have that much on my body, but also when your body does tap into the fats, it means that you sort of run out of your glucose, and that's not really great for even just for overall living and recovery and things. So before my first session, I had 2 crumpets and a scone, which I made, and I also had some chocolate. Had some Marcy's chocolate. I then also had about a litre of water. I have a straw because sometimes it's like too warm. And I have that as soon as I wake up because I train about an hour and a half after I wake up. So I try as soon as I wake up to get food in me. I try to cut my fluids for my session just so I'm not like peeing all the time. Doesn't really work because in the morning I just drink so much. Then as soon as I finished that session, first running session, I literally got a litre of electrolytes into me, headed home and got fueling. Like I try to get that between 30 to 60 minutes. If you can't, that's okay. Like you'll be fine. But for me, if I'm chasing the elite, I need to be fueling and I need to be prioritizing that. So whether that's you bring a little snack to the gym or you have the ability to go home, like do that. Meal prep your meals. go ahead. So I had half a loaf of sourdough, 350 grams of fage with mixed berries, and I think the total of that, oh, I also had a flapjack from My Protein. That was around 1900 calories, 300 grams of carbs, 90 to 100 grams of protein. Guesstimating because I don't track my fruit. I just don't see a point in tracking my fruit. Fruit's carbs. So this is all that's left. So when I say I have a sourdough addiction, I have a sourdough addiction. I have a sourdough addiction. Then I will drink 1.5 litres to 2 litres between session 1 and 2. Cut my fluids to no more than 500 mils an hour before my next session. Again, just for like comfort during the session. I did my second session, and then as soon as I finished, I had another litre of electrolytes. Then I had my post-second workout meal, which was 100 grams of oats, 200 grams of yogurt, banana, blueberries, almond butter, then like an overnight oats sort of thing. Then I had 2 sandwich fins and a David protein bar. So I just finished my session there. I just got changed. I'm now going to leave. I felt really strong during that session. I felt like I could do obviously more than 15,400. Felt like I could do like 20. But I just didn't because I did quite a lot of volume this morning with my 9 2Ks. So I just didn't want to do too much. I'm gonna get food. As you saw there, I got 2 sandwich fins, 1 protein bar, well half of a protein bar, and a big bowl of oats. That oat bowl had 100 grams of oats, 200 grams of yogurt, almond butter, and blueberries. 800 calories, 110 grams of carbs, 45 grams of protein. So that's good post-workout, and it's really important, again, as I always say, to get that in as soon as you finish your workout, because that's just going to kickstart the recovery process. And then the rest of the day I had some mince, egg whites, veg. I did have a wee bit of pasta with that. I just didn't film it because I actually ate the pasta as I was cooking. Then I had 2 protein bars because that's like my dessert sort of thing. And then I did have like half a Bournville bar, and then some Marxies have it's like a dog shaped chocolate mold. They're just great. See, me and shaped chocolate, whether it be an Easter egg, shaped like a dog, shaped like a horse, shaped like a frog, a hippo. It's just something with shaped chocolate I just love. So that probably came to around 4,000 to 4,500 calories. That's probably actually too little for what I've done today. I've just started upping it again because I realised I was under fueling. From the weekend there, I've started increasing my calories again, and I do feel a lot better in my workouts, and I'm sleeping a lot better, because that was how I know that I wasn't fueling enough, was that just I was losing an oomph for training. I was like, I don't really want to do it. I could do it, but I just didn't really want to. And I wasn't sleeping great. One thing I do need to start doing better is like stretching and mobilizing, because I'm so stiff. Definitely need to do more stretching, because if you have tight joints, like your muscles are just going to be really tight, and then you're more likely to get injured. Also, getting a larger shoe rotation, because I only have 1 pair of shoes that I'm training in at the minute, and that's really bad. Because if you think about it, that shoe is like fitted to your foot, and if you're running on that all the time, you're taking like the same steps, you're applying pressure to the same parts of your foot over and over again, which is going to cause injury. But if you've got different pairs of shoes, they will apply pressure and force to different areas of your foot depending on the shoe, so it just evens it all out. So I'm gonna get a few more pairs of shoes. I think I'll get an LT1 and LT2 shoe. Keep my easy shoe. I might keep my easy shoe for my long run too, but they say you should have a shoe for your long runs, but I think that's a step too far for me. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've learned something from this video. It was just me showing you what a day looks like when I do a double threshold day. Yeah.